Hello everybody, I'm Fiona, the founder and CEO of Repositive. We are a global marketplace connecting preclinical researchers with the right genomic assets. We are on a mission to increase the success rate in drug discovery, and to this audience I hardly need to explain why. But you might know that 95% of the drug candidates that make it through the preclinical research process still will fail in the clinical phase. So this is $13.7 billion spent every year to get the drugs to this stage, but we can do better than this. We believe that the preclinical researchers, they need better genomic assets to use in the preclinical research to increase that success rate. So one of the issues that is bothering the preclinical researcher today, the last stage before the clinical trials, they need to test their drugs in cancer models, in cancer drug discovery, the last stage before the clinical trials. They need to test the drugs in cancer models, but choosing the right cancer model is a barrier. It's very difficult for each of the researchers to find which are the right providers of the particular cancer model that I need for my experiment. Do I need a PDX model? Do I need a syngeneic model? Who has those models? And which model is the right model that I need if I'm going to test my drug for a particular breast cancer stratified patient population? For example, if it's a breast cancer population with HER2 and KRAS mutations, where do I find the particular provider who has that particular model that I'm looking for? On the other side of this equation, you have more than 500 different vendors, so that's CROs that are providing preclinical cancer models. So they're providing translational cancer models to this audience, and they each have a different inventory with very complex descriptions of these models, including biomedical information, including genomic characteristics, explaining what models they have in the inventory, and they do not have an ability to reach this long tail of biopharma who are interested in what they have. With Repositive, we are connecting these two sides of the marketplace. We are providing the interface for the researchers to search, discover, and understand what is available out there in the landscape of translational cancer models, the ability to compare across vendors and find the right model. On the vendors, we provide them with the tools and the interface to connect to a global platform where they can streamline their inventory, make it searchable and findable by the right target audience, which means that they can grow their customer base while they protect their IP and data assets because we take care of all the data governance, and they can increase their business. Just to remind anyone who's not familiar with this space, each of these cancer model projects that are commonly cost somewhere between $150,000 to $250,000 using several cancer models with a specific vendor. So an important part in finding the right model is to be able to understand the particular genomic characteristics of that model. So as the example I gave before, if it's a particular set of variants, it's particular biomarkers for that particular patient population that you're interested in order to make it possible to search across these characteristics across all the different providers of cancer models, we are streamlining the metadata for each of our partners by streamlining the ingestion and indexing of the metadata, going steps for standardization, data crunching, putting all the next generation sequencing data through a common standardized pipeline so that what you get out the other end is a molecular characterization that you can search for that particular model that you need. So what you get out of the other end is that you have findable, searchable, and comparable metadata on the Repositive platform. So we are going into cancer models thanks to the global recognition we already have as a company for our genomic data expertise. We built the world's largest platform for accessing public genomic data. We have indexed more than 1 million data sets on our public platform and grown our user base across 90 countries. Interacting with our user base, we learned that a particular challenge of accessing data comes when it comes to preclinical cancer drug discovery. So that's how we started the collaboration with AstraZeneca. And thanks to this visibility in the global space, we were contracted by the National Institutes of Health to deliver the metadata search and accessibility for the NIH Data Commons, a project that started last year. So with our partners with AstraZeneca and Boehringer Ingelheim, they paid for a pilot of a platform to be run from March last year to March this year to show that our accessibility of data works well for access to data on PDX cancer models, and we've now expanded since April this year to expand that from PDX cancer models to all cancer models, so it's not only with targeted therapies but also for immuno-oncology. And we have launched the beta in April this year at AACR in Chicago, and we're now taking this to the next stage by taking it to the global audience, and we're ready to execute on this plan. So since we launched the beta in April, we have partners across America, Europe, China. We have more than 10,000 cancer models in our pipeline, so we're well on track to have the largest cancer model inventory by the end of this year. So we are on track to become the marketplace to go to if you're looking for cancer models, or if you have cancer models as a CRO, the place you go to list your cancer models to get that audience. So our business model is a two-sided marketplace. We charge commission on transactions for the transactions that are going through a marketplace. We are working as a scientific partner to the biopharma. We basically help them find the right model for their particular experiment. And we do this through content marketing, partnering with content producers, webinars and events, and offering this as special events to the biopharma to educate them about the latest technologies and how they can find the right models for their needs. We are interacting as business partners to the CROs because we help them streamline their business, present their inventory in the way that makes it most attractive to their target customers, and we offer them curation services and third-party data services like sequencing, hosting, and analysis. So this market for cancer models is exploding at the moment thanks to the growth in precision medicine, targeted therapies, and immuno-oncology. So from 2.6 billion this year is projected to grow to 3.8 billion in 2023. And translational cancer models is just the first piece of the larger market of translational research across all diseases, which is a smaller piece of the larger market for genomic assets, and the larger market for the genomics asset is our goal. So we are currently fundraising. We are raising 10 million pounds of equity investment to execute on the plan we have. We spent the last year hiring for our executive team. We now have a full C-suite of experienced individuals who have scaled businesses in marketplaces, e-commerce, genomics, big data before, and we are on track to become the largest global inventory by the end of this year, and using that to get a global position as the go-to place for cancer models, so that we can prove the attractive unit economics of the cancer models marketplace, and then go from there to expand into all the disease areas and other omics in this space. So we are on a journey. It's a very exciting space to be in, and we're very happy to talk to anyone who wants to partner with us, and especially investors in the room. We would be very happy to talk to you. Thank you very much.